Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode of On Mission. We have a very special guest today. I know I say that every episode, but really every one of our guests we know personally, and they are very special to us and close to our hearts. So our guest today is, even though he's younger than me, I look up to him as a big brother. He is a speaker, an author, a TV host, a TV producer, an entrepreneur, a dad, a friend. Huffington Post once called him hero to the Hoarders. That's right. We have none other than Hoarders host Matt Paxton on the show today. So we really hope you enjoy this episode. It's going to be a fun one, trust me. Hungry Fish Media presents the new podcast On Mission. You know, we are all hungry and eager to help and do what we can during these uncertain times. But there are a few people going above and beyond doing exactly that in these extraordinary set of circumstances. Karen and I thought it would be the perfect time to launch a podcast featuring these amazing individuals and their stories. So friends, welcome to On Mission. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
We're good, man. How are y'all?
We're hanging in there. You know, we're in lockdown Seattle, you know, but
Yeah, it's the whole thing has been, I mean, not a bad thing, but it's just been a thing, you know.
Yeah, double-edged sword, right? We get to spend time with our family, but
I mean, that's the thing. I'm a social dude, so like people don't realize like that takes a lot of energy. So like I've been sleeping a lot, and it's been awesome. Like I've been resting up and storing up for the next.
I was going to ask you, like, you know, how are you staying on mission, helping people? Now we know you've been sleeping.
Well, honestly, man, I'm recovering from 10 years of helping people, and I'm resting up for the next 10 years. And like, I really am using this as like, you know, I can like plan and get focused, and I'm snuggling with my boys every night, and I'm a single dad of 3 boys, and I'm just spending a ton of time with them, and it's been really awesome. And you know, I know everyone complains about being in their house and everything, but man, I'm kind of digging it. Like, I mean, I'm getting really good time with my kids, and I'm able to pay my bills, so I'm lucky. You know, like I mean, there's a whole different thing there. Now, if this goes on for 2 more years, not so much. But you know, I work in hoarding, or I did work in hoarding for 10 years. So like, I always knew bad things could happen. So I saved and saved and saved and saved, and you guys have lived that way as well. And so I kind of, a little bit of me's like, see, I told y'all this was going to happen, right? And now we can, you know, and I was ready. You know, I've been eating, I got a month of ramen in my garage. I'm ready. You know?
Come on, that's hilarious. Well, tell us, how are your kids doing? How are you doing with homeschooling and all that? Because I know we're struggling.
You know, homeschool is the hardest thing, and it's really, I'm not good at it. I'm good at a lot of things. Homeschooling is not one. My kids are smart, but they all 3 learn differently. And so I'm having to learn how to help each one differently in their own way. And so it's been good because it really makes you turn your dad thing. I mean, like I've been watching you, man, online. I mean, you basically producing shows with your daughter every day. It's awesome. You know, and
she's a go-getter. She's like, yeah, we're making a movie.
So, I love it. I mean, that's one thing we've done is I've spent more focus. I'm not saying the regular curriculum's not important. It is important, but it's not my strength. And I'm very lucky in the school system we're in. They're not pushing hard on the academics. They know that it's, you know, the people that have the ability to learn are only going to get further ahead, and the ones that don't have the ability to are going to get further behind. And so our school system said, we're not grading, like do what you can, but they believe it's a civil rights violation to push forward on grades because it's not equal.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. And so I'm focusing on like projects. And so my boys and I are like, I mean, we've been working on songs. My son is taking a coding class he's always wanted to take. And so it's just stuff like that. But so we're trying to find joy in it every day, but also got to keep them busy. But I finally tapped out. I brought my mom in. My mom's moved in with me 4 or 5 days a week to help me with the regular schooling. And because I wasn't getting anything done. I mean, it would take me 6-7 hours to get all 3 ready, and then I'd start my day at 2. And, you know, I can't make any money starting at 2, you know?
We had to get our stepmom to help us, my stepmom to help us.
Yeah, definitely failing. Well, at least I am failing when it comes to homeschooling. You know, they're
horrible.
He looks at a paper and he's like, this doesn't make any sense.
I'm confused. I'm done. I can't.
I mean, I'm looking up basic math on Google because, like, I just don't understand. you know?
Okay, tell me this. So your mom moved in.
Yeah.
How's that going? You being an extreme cleaning specialist, are you like falling behind her? Mom, pick up!
My mom, like on the third day, I think I had taught her like 4 times how to load the dishwasher properly, and then how to like wear stuff.
Come over and teach him.
Yeah, wait, because there's a right way and a wrong way, right? And I make a living doing this, and I've been like telling her, I'm like, well, Mom, you're not loading the dishwasher right, you're not loading the refrigerator right. And finally, she goes, there's a reason you're divorced. She goes, I think I figured it out. So,
kind of put
many Americans would be happy to learn how to load a dishwasher from me. My mom is not one of them.
I just reorganize it. I'm thankful that you do it when you do it.
Oh wait, you reorganize the dishwasher after I'm not loading it anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I do the same thing.
Well, because honey, you gotta wash it. They got to wash.
Oh, baby, you look really nice today.
We all have our special charm, and for me, it's loading the dishwasher.
Okay, well, tell me this. So, with all this free time on our hands, you would think our house would be immaculate and this well organized. It's just not, bro. If I was to take you into our garage right now.
Oh, the garage, yes.
You would be so disappointed.
Our room is the D room is the playroom, man. It's a disaster, and I haven't even been in my son's. I've got 2 of my boys live in the same room. I haven't been in their room in a month. I mean, I walk in with them at night, but the lights are already off, and I had to give up. So here's one thing I've really been pushing on is like, man, we got to set expectations really low for us, like
Really
parents.
Yeah.
Like even the perfect moms at school, they're like, I give up. Man, it's a disaster at home. Like, at least everybody's feeling the same thing. So that, like, I think, like, the keeping up with the Joneses and trying to be perfect, I think that's going away for good, hopefully. Like, our house ain't gonna be perfect. And so what? I mean, God, y'all taught me that. I mean, the whole thing you went through with your daughter, like, you taught me, like, man, big picture here, Like,
yeah. I mean, our garage looks like D-Day because we've been going through things, and he doesn't go through things, but I've been going through things and things with our daughter. People gave us things for 2 years, and we didn't really throw anything away.
Well, hold on.
No.
She keeps saying we're gonna have a garage sale. Okay, we've been having this garage sale for 5 years now.
Well, we had a date. We had a date, and then look, if it doesn't go to that date, then we're not.
I'm about ready to burn it.
Here's what I do. I have a fake name on Facebook Marketplace. People don't know who I am on Facebook Marketplace because I don't be like the guy from Hoarders that's selling a bunch of stuff. So there is a guy in Richmond, Virginia. I'm not going to say my name, but I've been selling a ton of stuff, man, out of my garage mainly. Stuff we've outgrown. I mean, I got 3 boys, 6, 8, and 10, and they got 3 of everything. And I've been amazed how much stuff. Now you get $5-10 for it. It's basically a yard sale. But what I found out, if nobody wants it after listing twice on Marketplace, man, nobody wants it. It's gone. I mean, it's trash. If nobody wants it on Facebook Marketplace for $1, it's trash, right? And so I avoid, you definitely don't want a yard sale, especially with the pandemic going on, and just get rid of it.
No, I just have this spot in the garage, and it gets further back. Like
it's growing.
It's like
it's better to be in the garage than in our house.
Yes.
Yeah, but the garage, when you start like having to make a path to get from the.
Oh, we have a path.
Yes.
Now I
had to make a path to get the Christmas stuff. Like
yeah, you gotta get rid of it. Yeah, you got too much stuff.
Now I sent you a picture here just a little while ago.
Oh, I thought we were casting kids Hoarders. I didn't realize that was for this.
Oh, yeah, that's my daughter's room.
Yeah.
So just looking at that.
Well, that's because you threw in Jay. This is Jay. She got a lot of stuff for her birthday too, and Jay just throws it in the room like he's like.
Well, listen. Okay, hold on now.
She got 2 blow-up mattress things, and you just threw it in.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking at them. We got a pool toy in the middle of her room.
There's no telling.
Yeah, but you better blow up a pool toy.
Does she have a pool in her room?
No.
No.
Okay, so just looking at that photo, I'm gonna throw that up.
So I'm looking at this picture, and I see a girl that's having fun.
Thank you, but that is.
Now I can't get to her bed to hug her goodnight. So let's meet somewhere.
Well, she hasn't been sleeping in her bed because she sleeps with her brother or us. So.
Well, all right.
But she did just get some. We did buy for her birthday, she got a JoJo Siwa bed thing, so that we're trying to encourage, like a bedspread, so that encourage her to go to her bed. So she's been sleeping in her bed the last.
Has it got glitter all over it? It's a JoJo Siwa.
Purple and bows and.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. That room is full. I would say the goal needs to be 50%. And you either reorganize it. I mean, most people think they got to toss everything. And honestly, if you just reshuffle it and put it where it's supposed to go, that usually takes care of about 25% of the space. So you don't have to give as much away. Now, here's my tip that parents don't like. If each three of you, I'm talking about your daughter, you both, and the husband and the wife, if all three of you go through the room and you decide what's going to go, what's going to stay, each three of you would have different piles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I'm going to argue that y'all's opinion doesn't matter. It's her room, her stuff. So let her go through it. Now, here's the thing. What happens there, and I focus on donation. You can either focus on donation or sale, right? I mean, and some of these Jay, when we did Hoarders, I mean, Jay was on the road with me on Hoarders for years. That's how we became really good friends. And, about halfway, about year 5, I realized I was like, this doesn't bother some of these people. They're fine with it. Like, they don't care. And so when I'm working with kids, and now I do a lot of work with seniors and just moving into senior living, and I say, are you happy or sad? Like, does this bother you? Because if it doesn't bother them, then why are we spending so much time arguing and fighting over it? It might bother you and me as mom and dad, but it's not like anybody's coming over right now. They're not going to for a long time. So I'm learning to take my time with it. And with my kids, we have so much stuff, and I really focus on them. I say, look, there's so many kids that need stuff. So let's focus on donation. Let's not focus on sales. That's great, except no donation places are accepting anything right now. They're full. They don't have the labor to go through.
Firehouse now. They just opened up this week. Firehouse.
Yeah, it's going to be I'm working with Goodwill right now to figure out what that protocol is going to be, because the question is it clean? Can we accept it? Does it all have to get thrown away? So, I mean, make sure you think through how you donate. So this first tip is kind of like this is pre-COVID. I mean, I really let the kid focus on what they're going to get rid of. And so first thing is I just say, hey, let's go through room and let's pick a few items. Now, here's what's really, in what I'm saying, this is really hard. She's going to pick, 2 or 3 items. And as mom, you're going to be like, well, I don't want her to get rid of that item. I like that item. But if she chose to get rid of it, and it's not like a deeply, like, say it was like, her first bar mitzvah or, something important, right? You got to be careful with that. But for the most part, it's just like, if you're like, well, I paid $10 for it. I just paid $10 for that. Well, if she doesn't care and she's not playing with it and she knows that it's going to another kid that doesn't have those toys, let it go. Like, mom and dad can't if you want it clean and you want her to get rid of the stuff, you can't then control who it goes to and which item it is. You got to let the kid do it. So I say, let the kid go through first. And this is really important. Kids and seniors are the same way. You can't say like, hey, go clean your room. That's too broad. That's too big. You got to get really finite, like super, like, get me 2 books I can donate. Get me 1 toy I can sell. Keep it under 3. 1 or 2 is the way I do that, because it's achievable and you can reward them with words very quickly. You say, hey, great job. Awesome. Now, I don't say go up to your room and clean it. If you send a kid up to the room by themselves with no direction, no numbers, no reinforcement of positive work, they're going to start at best reading a book, right? Yeah, they're just going to, like, what happens is they start playing with toys they haven't seen in a year, and you're like, man, I would have gotten rid of that last year. And then you get more frustrated as a parent because they found new toys. And you're like, now we're playing with toys that we didn't have, and it's messier because you didn't give them any boundaries whatsoever. So you got to be with them. This is not you go work in the office while they clean up the room. This is for younger kids. That's not realistic. Under 12, it's not going to happen. You go with them, you sit with them, you say 1, 2, maybe 3 items, and get very specific. And I try to say, hey, we're either going to sell it or we're going to give it away, donate it, but be really clear on where that item's going. They're going to say, well, if you're selling it, do I get part?
Yeah.
Do I get the money? It's mine. That's up to you. I split it with them. I say, look, I paid for it. It's my money. And then I say it's family money, right? We'll say, great, we'll buy something new with it. as family. Or like, so we just sold a bunch of my kids' toys on Facebook Marketplace, like a big old bucket full. It was probably $300 worth of toys that we sold for $15.
Yeah.
The math doesn't work on that, but for me, I got the space back. It was stuff and in exchange, we bought a new game online that they've been wanting.
There you go. See,
So that's fair.
my issue is that we'll do that, and then I don't know, 2-3 hours later, it's a disaster again.
Yeah, that's life, man. You got kids. I mean, that's what you signed up for.
I must have a little bit of OCD or something.
Our kids yesterday were playing in the backyard, and he's like, the neighbors are outside. And I'm like, okay. He's like, they're screaming. I was like, no, they're playing.
No, it sounded like our kids were being murdered.
My kids yelled. The guy came over, he said, I almost called social services on you guys yelling so bad.
Yeah, that's right.
But I know you're a pretty good dad, man, so I don't think it was going on. They just screamed like crazy. I think the part we skipped over is you got to do it with them. Yeah. It's got to be something you do and you have fun with them. I mean, I know we are with our kids constantly right now and we need a break, but like this is also everything we're doing as an opportunity to create, relationships forever. Right. I mean, our kids are going to look back on this and it's going to be one of the best times they ever had in their life 10 years from now.
We are enjoying the time we lost. So we snuggle in. We're watching movies. People are like, oh, you're up at 10, 11 o'clock. And I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, yeah. I gave up on
care. I love it.
I'm
1 o'clock, 2. Yeah. I don't care what time they want to go to bed. We stay up. We hang out. And
we're hanging out and enjoying it. We had a situation where my son snuck a flashlight into his bedroom so he could read a book. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. It was too late, but like, do I really want to yell at my kid for reading a book?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's like, so I'm learning to kind of let go as a dad. I mean, big picture. And I think you guys had that lesson with your daughter and, bigger things just, some things just don't matter. I got a lot of buddies that are I know a lot of dudes that are dying in this pandemic. And so it's like, I'm just trying to stay inside, stay safe, and stay sane. I think one problem with the more you push to clean, your garage becomes worse and worse and worse because you just become this massive space where you're like, when this is over, we're going to go sell all this stuff. And so you've pre-sorted in the house, but you still got it all in your garage. Sell it on Facebook Marketplace or give it away. Just get it out. The cost of your life is more important. The cost of your sanity is a lot more important.
Well, I think we just keep our life, though, for 2 years was, okay, well, after treatment, we're going to sell this. And then all of a sudden this happened. And it's like, we just need to get rid of it.
Jump.
We'll get Marketplace. Let's do it.
You'll be amazed how easy it really is. And just whatever, here's something I tell people. And so my day-to-day job now is helping seniors.
Hey, Paxton. Looks like your connection was jumping in and out.
Okay. How about now? We good?
Yeah.
Right. So my day-to-day is helping seniors go through their house. They've been in for 50 years. Right. So they have the same feelings that a 10-year-old does about their Legos. All right. But for them, it's like their china and their silver and the things that, again, nobody wants, by the way. And so I'm always trying to say, look, they'll say, well, I paid my Yardrobe china. I paid, $1,000 for this. I go, great. The bid right now online is $4. Like, that's what it's worth. It doesn't matter what you paid for it. It's what an independent third party is willing to give you. That's the real value right now. And people are, I try to focus it more on like, okay, well, like the other day I had a lady sell me, I was looking for, I've been selling a lot of stuff, but I needed a bike rack. And until this pandemic, I would have just gone to the bike store and bought a brand new bike rack.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm on Facebook Marketplace. Might as well look. I found the exact rack I wanted 4 miles from my house, brand new, still in the box. It was a third of the cost. $300 rack I got for $100.
I got a free elliptical yesterday.
Exactly.
Which will end up in the garage.
No, it's going to go on the back porch, but we haven't been able to get to the gym, and it's really difficult.
You're talking about Facebook Market?
We call those coat racks, by the way, the ellipticals, because they just become a place where all your snow.
I'm putting it outside just for the summer.
Yeah.
Just for the summer.
Yeah, Facebook, I'm telling you, Facebook Marketplace is, before pandemic, I didn't do anything on it, and now it's where I do. Majority of my clients, I send their stuff there too. It's just easier. Now, for my seniors, I do it for them.
Yeah.
Right. They're paying us a fee to clean the entire house. And if you sell a lot of the stuff, you get $10 here, $5 here. It actually starts to add up. And in any situation, the things you don't think bring a lot of money do. And the things that you thought would bring a lot of money do not. And so just focus more on that it's getting out of your house, you're getting the space back, you're getting your life back, and you're getting a little bit of sanity. And then whatever money's left over, I use it in a family fund. And we bought the bike rack, and we bought a video game they really wanted to play. And we got the online gaming from selling some of the toys. So now the boys can play their friends online. Nice. So we're actually getting some of the socialization back, which was cool. And so I just, is my house perfect? No, God, no. But we're having fun and we're staying safe. And like, that's really all you really should focus on right now.
I like
your house is probably going to be cleaner when it's done, when this whole pandemic's over.
What about, the thing that we struggle with is schoolwork. We have 2 kids, trying to get them in 2 areas to do their schoolwork. And then our dining room table is full of all of Reader's stuff. And then I have Hunter over here. And then we have markers and more markers and crayons than we ever had out in our life.
Let me get, I'm in my office. Let me grab what we're doing. If you look over my shoulder, you can't really see it, but that's my little old card table, camping card table. That's my son's desk. All right. I actually am avoided the dining room table because exactly what you just said. Dining room table is still a family room table. We have puzzles. We put puzzles out there, and because we pretty much filled the house in the first week, we covered every surface, and then we stopped eating on the kitchen table because we were watching TV in the other room. All right. And then the kitchen room table became an office for 2 kids. And then my office got taken over. And so now what I've done is, here's an old law people read: you will take up whatever space you're given. So if you give him a dining room table, guess what?
Yes.
Going to fill it up. If you give him a little card table, guess what? He's going to fill that up too. But I'll tell you, let me grab what I got here because we use these constantly. This is each boy's schoolwork. Right? I got 1 bucket for each kid, and I have all their pencils, all their papers, their rulers, everything they need each day. They are not allowed to go play until they've packed everything back up.
I like that.
All right, so everything goes in here. Today they're at their mother's, and I really don't know why Cooper didn't bring his bucket. I'm a little upset about this, but we'll talk about it. But now it's nice because we just say, hey, Cooper, you're going to go to Daddy's room and start working. So he grabs his bucket in the morning and he goes. And now we have 2 laptops, not 3. For me, for work, I can't let my kids use my laptop. It's just too dangerous. They could delete my whole business in an hour, not even know it. And I've also made my desk off limits. My desk is my desk, and they're not allowed to put anything. I came here today. It was a Lego battle was going on my desk, and that's great. But like, they got to respect, I got to have space to work. So what we have done is we've isolated everything into these buckets so that they have to pack it and unpack it each day. Mm-hmm. And so you need a piece of pencil, you need a piece of paper and a pencil. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all you really need. The rest is just
he wants 4 pencils, and I'm like, and then he breaks it. I'm like, oh my. Yeah.
So make them go fix it. I mean, we got to be the teachers. What I say the most now. Well, would you say that to your teacher?
Yeah. We say that a lot too.
I feel like their teachers get more respect.
Hey, if I was to say that when I was a kid, I'd get taken in school.
Exactly, dude. I would be red, right? And yeah, you and I grew up the same way. I mean, I heard them say some stuff to my grandma the other day. I said, time out, dude. I said, I'm going to call Miss Lehman, which is the kindergarten teacher. I said, I'm going to tell her what you just said to your grandmother. Please, Daddy, no. Please don't do that. To your point, Jay, man, if teachers don't get raises after this, man, we have lost it as a society. Like, I respect what they do now. I did not respect it. I do now. This is not a tool that I have. I mean, you'll never hear me say, well, they get the summers off ever again. Yeah. They deserve it. They deserve it.
What are you doing right now? Are you, I guess you're not physically able to be in anybody's home helping them.
No, I mean, I'm casting. I did get in the middle of all. I mean, I thought my whole year was over. I make a lot of my efforts through speeches and appearances. Yeah. That's gone. I mean, that's done for a long time. My new TV show, Legacy List, with Matt Paxton, we actually got renewed for season 2, so we're casting now. Yeah, thank you. Really big deal. We're gonna try to squeeze a season in September, August and September. I don't know if it'll happen or not. We're gonna basically find out what states are open. I mean, I just got an email this morning on like what we can actually, like what the requirements going to do to be able to film.
Yeah.
As far as like masks and tests and all that. My business partner, my production partner, he just like got out of a month of quarantine. He had it really bad, and so he made it. He didn't die, but it's changed. I mean, it's really changed us. So we're learning there. I'm doing a lot of work with AARP. I'm writing a book now for AARP. So I write every morning for 2 hours, and that's when my mom comes over and helps me with the kids, and then do that. My kids. I mean, I'm trying to think. We just try. I really am only. I mean, I actually don't believe we're ever going to go back to working 12 hours a day like we used to.
Yeah.
Like I think this has forced us to realize like I can probably get it done in 4. You know, like. And I kind of like that. I kind of hope that's where it goes. I don't know that it will, but someone like you, I've never had a real traditional job.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'll go away for 6 or 8 weeks at some point during the year and film a show. And then the rest of the time I'll be home for 3 or 4 hours, you know, and
well,
my kids really,
your second season, man.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
huge, man.
Thank you. It's a big deal. I'm really proud. And I'm doing a podcast deal with a national radio station. I'll be able to announce soon. And I mean, so everything's starting to.
Are you bringing 5 Decisions Away back?
5 Decisions Away is not coming back. That was too filthy. I had a really dirty podcast. I had to actually take offline.
Hey, you had me on one of those.
You did. You were. Yeah, we filmed one in a hot tub in the middle of like Indiana.
Or something.
You know what else also happened that weekend?
Oh, I know. I lost the. Jay and I had a race. We had a street race.
He admitted he lost.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna play that. You ready? Yeah.
I lost badly, and I like sprained my knee. I had to go to the doctor.
No, you don't understand. That was only, I think, my second or third episode ever of working on the show. And me and Matt Paxton do this 40-yard dash, and he ends up getting hurt. I thought I was going to get fired. Like, you got hurt.
I had been gone for 10 days. We had done 2 episodes, and we had 2 babies. I had a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. And I come home. No, it would have been 3 babies. We had 3 babies at that point. And I came home, and they're all under 5. And I came home, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do anything. I sprained my
hold on.
I had like a big brace on, and I had been traveling. And she was just ready to hand me baby. You know, it was a funny time. I mean, Jay's the kind of guy. If you're watching this, you know Jay, and you know you meet him on a Monday, and by Friday he's your best friend. And so we were having a great time, and of course we got in a little bit of trouble, and that was one of the top 5 hardest hoards I've ever been on.
It was.
You want to know something?
I'm thankful for Hoarders because we had a reader, and then he went to Hoarders. He could not change a diaper. You could see him. He'd be like making all these. And then after Hoarders, he came back, and I'm like, there's no possible way. You smell worse things than that.
Oh, that cat hoard.
That was top 5.
That took about 3 months to get the smell out of my nose.
Dude, I had to shave my head. I couldn't get the smell out of my hair. I had a call last week actually from that hoard, from the mom, Eileen. I talked to her today. The son finally married the girl. Remember the girlfriend and the son showed up to help? They got married. They got married last week.
Wow.
They finally got married, and they're doing great. And she's doing great. Ellen's doing really. Is Ellen? Yeah, Ellen. She's doing really, really great. And it was just like it was such a joy to talk to her. And she's like, "Man, you guys don't realize you actually really changed our lives." And
damn, that's good to hear.
he was like, "That was the I talked to the son. He's like, "That was the cornerstone of our relationship." Wow. He goes, "That was like our first like month of dating was when you guys came and filmed." And I'm telling you guys, it was. And I don't want to get into the detail. It was the most intense physical and mental hoard I've ever dealt with. And man, love came out of it, and they're just like really strong, awesome couple now. It's really kind of cool. So we did do some good work there. It's hard to believe, and sometimes it takes 10 years to figure out that the work you were doing was worth it.
Well, hey, speaking of hoard,
yeah,
are you coming back to that, or are you done?
I'm allowed to do 1 a year, and I'll probably do it. I mean, it's so crazy. Like, are we going to be allowed to film? And then I'm like, with Hoarders, I'm like, man, coronavirus has been like a good thing for Hoarders. Some of the hoards we were in, I mean, like some of the places we were in were just, horrible, dangerous places. So if we can get masks, I don't know if there's even masks available at this point.
Oh, Brian Miller never wore a mask anyway.
I know. I mean, I've been getting recognized a bunch at the grocery store with a mask on because people are like, "You're the guy from Hoarders." Because on Hoarders, I always had a mask on.
That's hilarious.
Well,
It's
our
like,
daughter always wears a mask. She used to wear a mask because her cancer, and so now all the Snapchats have masks, cute masks, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I like this."
It would have been nice. Yeah.
Well, hey, let's make sure I get on that one episode with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm also like, if people are gonna ask me to work, I'm gonna say yes moving forward because like work is work at this point, and I appreciate it. I think, I think the entertainment industry, I think we're all kind of realizing like, oh my god, I hope we work again. You know.
Yeah.
And because if there's another round of this that they're saying there will be, I mean, it'll be another 6 months before we work again. So I think, what I'm hearing is we'll all be working late July, August, September, and all the TV shows that everybody else is watching right now. Let me tell you something. They're almost out of TV shows. There ain't nothing in the can, man. Like, you're not gonna have anything to watch at Christmas if we don't get out and film stuff this summer.
Reruns of Hoarders and Legacy List. Come on.
We are. I tell you, please watch Legacy List. We're the number 2 show on PBS right now, man. It's cranking, and people. There's only 6 episodes, but it's on in your local market, or you can go to pbs.org, or just go to the PBS app. And Hoarders apparently is running nonstop on A&E.
Yeah,
and on Amazon. Amazon Prime is airing it a ton now. You can get the whole 10 seasons on Amazon Prime now. And I mean, it's crazy. People that, by the way, I'm half the size. If you go back to season 1, I weighed about 150 pounds. I look 5 years old. I mean, so I was watching season 1 with my girlfriend's daughter the other night, 14-year-old girl. And she's like, "That's you?" She's looking at, and I'm like, well, that was 10 years ago. My son's 11 years ago. My kids weren't even born yet. I got 10, 8, and 6-year-old boys. And I'm like, yeah, life was a little easier back then. It's like no kids, no businesses. It was just like, hey, let's go film a TV show. And it was fun. But it's been fun to like reminisce about that stuff. And I'm excited, man. Hey, enjoy your time with your kids. Don't stress over this stuff. I'm going to get really focused on where is it going. And then get really focused on the amount of, like, give me 2 items to give away. Give me 1 item to do it. And then us as parents, like, chill out. Like, it's just stuff.
Chill out.
It don't matter.
I'm going to just be like, chill out.
Remember, Matt Paxton told you to chill out.
I'm not saying it. Matt Paxton's saying it. Chill out.
Also, from Matt Paxton. Chill out.
Hey, well, before we go, man, I also just want to plug your TEDx talk, dude. That's within you dance like in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, man. You got to dance. I was dancing to, what was it?
The Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
It was like.
It didn't go over as well as I planned.
Oh, it went over great with me, man. I was dying.
If you're a kid from the 80s, it's great. Hey, what movie have you watched with your kids that you didn't think you would, like an old movie that you fell in love with again?
Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Really?
Teen Wolf.
Although that was he probably shouldn't have watched it. He's only 9.
We've had a few things, but it's funny because they'll look at and he'll look and goes, 1980. That was like in the 1900s. Like,
yeah, the 1900s. Back to the Future was a bomb for my kids. They were not interested at all, and I was like, dude, this was the biggest movie ever for me.
Yeah.
Lost in Space has been really good for us on Netflix. The new Lost. There's 2 seasons there, and then Mandalorian. Yeah, Mandalorian. They loved it. I was shocked. We all watched that together. But we're watching good stuff, and then we have watched every episode of America's Funniest Home Videos, and that has been really fun.
They would like that. We watch a lot of those.
We always tell them
online.
our kids are going to be on that show.
Oh, now every time they're like, "Dad, go back and tape that again. That's going to be on AFV." Like they totally want to like have the prank on AFV, which is great. I dropped cable though, man. That's the one thing I did in this. I don't have cable anymore. And
we haven't had cable since for a long time. I
felt really guilty. I felt really guilty doing it, and then I was like,
"Can you at least watch the show you're hosting?"
Yeah, I can watch everything.
We have Amazon. We can
that's
watch.
True. That's right.
I'm saving $100 a month, and I'm watching everything I want to watch. And I'm really, honestly, except from like 7 to 9, I'm not watching that much TV anymore either. We're busy working and hanging out with the kids. We're riding bikes a ton. I mean, we're riding bikes. We're going on walks. We're hiking a lot. We're able to go out to trails and stuff, which we're very lucky. And I tell your story about you all the time when Jay asked me to do a quick little show for him in Seattle, so I flew out. He's like, it's gonna be a little hike, no big deal.
Oh my gosh,
It's a 5-mile hike up a mountain, right? What was it?
Not even.
It was the hardest hike I think I've ever done.
Oh,
My hardest hike I've ever done.
by
too.
far.
He
Oh
did
my
it
God.
the next week together.
I was so worried about you, man, because you didn't come with us.
I was worried about me.
I was so worried. I was like, man.
I met you in Seattle. I only knew of you because of the show, and then I had to meet you in Seattle on the side of the road to give you.
Oh, to pick up a cord. Yeah, to pick up a cord. Yes. Yes, that's right. That's where we met. And it was such a joy to make, and it was so funny. And it was one of those moments where you're like, you get halfway up the mountain and you're like, come on, God, just get me through this. Like, I don't even want to do this. Like, I'll be good after this. I'll behave. And you say all these things. And then, you get home. It ends up being this magical weekend, and you get home and you're like, man, I'm so glad I got that
Well,
experience.
I'm glad you feel that way, because you almost couldn't tell from a couple of your interview bites. You were like, could we have helped the participant while at dinner somewhere? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it all came together on top of the mountain.
Man, I was hurting. That was one of those things where it's like you
But
realize
it changed
you're
your
later.
life too, because you started
change
like,
my life.
working out. And
I for a little bit, I didn't know if I was going to wake up in the morning. I thought I was just going to go ahead and pass.
Dude, I was like, well, if I die, at least I got all these guys full of faith. They're gonna give me a nice barrel on top of a mountain. It'll be really nice.
It was so cold. I had like a little cheap tent from Walmart. I was
It was so cold, man. It was so cold, and we had like 3 ounces of water for all of us. And I was like having to make dinner on like a matchbox. I was taking like stuff off the trees, moss off the trees, trying to
we
make
didn't have
dinner.
proper materials at all.
Oh,
Sorry
God,
about that, man, but appreciate
oh
it.
no, it was great. It was fun.
Hey,
I loved it.
Thanks for taking the time today, man. You've been a great
Yeah, man. Thank you guys.
Really
Hey,
appreciate all the encouragement you've given me through Hunter's treatment,
and thank you for letting us know that our kids can play.
and that I should chill out, right? Is that
Chill
what-
out, yeah. Jade.
Enjoy it, man. This is what's gonna happen is this is gonna end in like 6 months, and we're all gonna like wish it hadn't. And I don't want to downplay the death and loss and all that, but like, man, a lot of us, this has changed our lives, and we're really enjoying the time with the kids, and I'm just resting up and trying to figure out how to not go back to the real world when the rest of the world does. I kind of want to like stay in this place. My kids will be gone in 10 years, and it's just like, I gotta like enjoy it,
Yeah.
So a couple extra spare Legos aren't so bad.
Dude, I didn't hit record, man.
He's lying.
I'm messing with you.
I was like, oh no.
Hey, any
Sure.
other than Legacy List, anything else you want to plug? Your book, your podcast, or is that still?
I got a lot coming out next year. Just look for all the positivity coming out next year, and I'm a lucky man. I never thought. I mean, AARP has really taken care of me, and I've got a lot of content coming out. And there's a lot of people that don't know what to do with their stuff, and so we're building a lot of videos and writing a book, and just it's really exciting to really get back to work and get to help people. I don't know if I'm making money on this or not, but I'm excited to be able to speak to that many people. When does this come out? What day does this come out?
Either this Friday or Monday.
No.
Okay, so then May 14th, I'm on. If you go to aarp.org, May 14th, I'll be having me and Ty Pennington, your old boy Ty.
Yeah.
Me and Ty are doing a class for AARP together on Thursday the 14th. And it'll be helping seniors how to know how to this same thing, how to do, what do you do with all your stuff? We'll be helping them figure it out. He'll be helping people. What kind of minor repairs can you do around the house while you're waiting?
That'll be fun, man.
That's awesome.
I'm excited. I just met him last week. I never met him before, and we met online. He's a good dude.
All right, man. Take care. We love you.
Hey, love you guys. Always excited to see what you're doing. And Jay, I did that one project you and I talked about. I repitched last week.
Good.
So
Okay, yeah, we'll chat about that later.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
got some good interest.
Okay.
Yeah, man. No, I totally changed it, just so you know, but it's really cool.
I figured you did. You got to make
But you'll love it. You'll love it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon, man. Good to see you.
Thanks.
All right, later.
Hey, we really hope you enjoyed this episode with Matt Paxton. Wow, what a lot of great takeaways. A lot of tips.
Yes. Chill out.
Chill out. Chill out. Amen to that. All right, guys. Again, thanks for tuning in. Continue to like, share and subscribe to this podcast, please. We're going to continue it as long as we can. We're having fun.
We are.
So thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.